We compared Pretax 401k and Roth 401k in the last episode. Assuming that there is no other income after retirement, Pretax 401k came out ahead of Roth 401k. So for the majority of the folks, Pretax is the way to go. But there are few scenarios where it is better to consider Roth 401k. What are those scenarios? We will review those in this episode. Hello everyone, I am Vijay Mohan and you are watching Investment Insights. Before we start this episode, let me give some disclaimers. This episode's intention is not to give the exact solution, as everyone's situation and preference is totally different. The intention here is to give you a good picture of all the factors that you need to consider. That is all. So who should consider Roth 401k? First reason, if your pre-tax balance is going to be more than 3 million in today's dollars, then you should consider Roth as well. To understand this better, we have to run some calculations. Let's start with some assumptions here. You and your spouse will live to 100 years old. You both are 60 years old now. You both are retiring today. Your goal is to stay within 22% marginal tax bracket. You start your withdrawal with 4.5% of your combined pre-tax balance. Note this point. Your withdrawal is from combined pre-tax balance. Your retirement needs go up 3% every year because of inflation. And so your withdrawal goes up 3% every year as well. You are investing conservatively after retirement to protect your balance. Your balance is growing at an annual rate of 6% instead of the standard 8% growth rate. You both have a combined pre-tax balance of 3 million. For these assumptions, your balance will last for 39 years. Well and good. A pre-tax balance of 3 million in today's money seems to be a good amount for a withdrawal of 135k per year in today's money. What if you have a combined pre-tax balance of 4 million? Then you have to start with the withdrawal of 180k so that the balance can last for 39 years. But if your need is only 135k, what happens then? You have two problems. The first problem is RMD, required minimum distribution. If you are over 73, you have to withdraw a certain amount of money every year. That RMD amount depends on your account balance and your age. IRS has this lifetime table that maps each age above 73 to a life expectancy factor. If you are 73, then your life expectancy factor is 26.5. Your RMD for the year when you are 73 would be your pre-tax balance divided by your life expectancy factor. If your balance is at 4 million when you are 73, then you have to withdraw at least $150,943 from your pre-tax account in that year. For the same account balance, RMD goes up with the age. Let's fit this in our example. RMD comes into the picture only after you turn 73. For the 3 million balance example, at your age of 73, you will have a balance of $3.4 million. Your RMD will be 128,000, but your planned withdrawal of 192,000 is already well over the RMD requirement. If your pre-tax balance is 4 million and if you are starting your withdrawal with 180k, then you will have a balance of 4.5 million by 73 and your planned withdrawal would be 257,000, which is well over the RMD requirement of 171,000. Now for the 4 million balance, if you only start the withdrawal from 135k instead of the 180k, then by the age of 73, your planned withdrawal would be 192,000, but the RMD requirement will be 204,000. So starting your withdrawal with less than 4.5% of your balance will lead you to go below the RMD requirement at 73. This is your first problem. The second problem is you will leave a significant pre-tax balance to your inheritors. In this case, more than 9 million. Depending on how it is split among inheritors and when they withdraw, they might end up paying the maximum tax for the most of the balance. It is 37% now, which could go up in the future. This is your second problem. So how can we tackle this? Two possible solutions. One, do not start your withdrawal with less than 4.5% of your balance. In this case, 180k. 180k will still come under 22% marginal tax bracket. But you will have an extra 45k in your hand. Isn't that a good problem to have? You can either spend that excess 45k or give it to your kids, or you can invest in an index fund in a brokerage account. Second solution, do not plan on going over 3 million in your pre-tax balance. 3 million here is a rough guidance in today's money. You might have to adjust that to fit your needs. Save the excess amount in your Roth account where you can withdraw tax-free and your inheritors can withdraw tax-free as well. There you have it. This is the first reason for choosing a Roth contribution. Now let's go back to our assumptions. One of the assumptions is both the life partners are living to 100. What if only one partner is alive? Even in that case, do not change the withdrawal plan. Withdraw the same amount as planned. Some of the withdrawal amount will come under 24% tax bracket, which is okay. Better than leaving out huge pre-tax balance to inheritors. Like I already said, you can either spend the excess money or gift it to your kids. So as a general guidance, by the age of 60, you should have saved a combined balance of up to 3 million in your pre-tax accounts. 3 million here is today's dollars. To find your value at the age of your retirement, increase this amount by 3% every year until you reach the age of 60. That will take care of the inflation. For example, if you are 40 now, then you can target a combined balance of 5.4 million in your pre-tax accounts. If you see your target balance going above this amount, then you need to adjust your 401k contribution in such a way that the excess amount goes to Roth account. I'm repeating again, this is just a general guidance for our assumptions. Adjust the values depending on your needs. Second reason for considering Roth. You are expecting significant other income in your retirement, like rental income, dividends, income from side business, which pushes you over the 22% marginal tax bracket. That could be a good reason for considering Roth. Let's go back to our example. For a 3 million pre-tax balance, you will start your withdrawal with 135,000. If you have to stay within 22% tax bracket, your total income cannot exceed 201,000 for married filing jointly. That implies you can have an additional income of up to $66,000 without going over 22% tax bracket. But if your additional income is projected to go over that amount, then you should consider Roth in your mix as well. Depending on the amount that goes over 22% tax bracket, you need to reduce the pre-tax contribution and increase the Roth contribution. Third reason for considering Roth. You need the flexibility to withdraw any amount of money without worrying about tax consequences. Then you should consider Roth. For example, you like to withdraw $1 million or $2 million from your 401k to purchase a cool yacht. You will end up paying huge tax for that kind of withdrawal in a pre-tax account. But in a Roth account, it is totally tax-free. If you would like to have that kind of flexibility, then you should consider Roth as well. Fourth reason, inheritance. With a pre-tax account, except for your spouse, any other inheritors have to withdraw the whole inherited pre-tax balance within 10 years of inheritance. When they withdraw the amount, it gets added to their regular income and they have to pay tax on it. So depending on the inherited amount and your inheritors' annual income, the withdrawal could push them into a higher tax bracket. If they have inherited a Roth account, they do not have to worry about the tax at all, though they have to withdraw within the 10 years of inheritance. So folks who are saving to pass it on to next generation, you should consider Roth as well. The last reason for considering Roth, you have tax rate anxiety. You strongly believe that the future tax rates will get worse. It is so much worse that you think the additional tax will be lot more than the tax deferred compounding advantage you get from that pre-tax account. If you have that kind of future tax anxiety, then you should consider Roth as well. So in summary, you should have a pre-tax account for any withdrawal less than 22% tax bracket and a Roth account for anything more than that. This tax bracket is at $201,000 as of now for married filing jointly. If you feel all this bit confusing, just follow this general rule. If you are in 10% marginal tax rate, definitely choose Roth. If you are in 22% marginal tax rate, then you can split the contribution 50-50 between pre-tax and Roth. Anyone with marginal tax rate higher than 22% should definitely contribute in pre-tax. Remember the tax deferred compounding. It gives a maximum benefit when you are in higher tax bracket. Something to remember. All this is just a rough guidance. It is more important to max out your 401k regardless of pre-tax or Roth. In the next episode, we will look into the third 401k type, after-tax 401k. Thanks for watching.